Say, past couple of days I had to hype myself up. I got to blast it. Great Ryan and y'all, come on for a walk. Or get your mats. If you're going to do some stretch outs, get your weights. You're going to do some weight exercises. Get your chair. You're going to do some chair exercises. Stand up, you walk in place. Line up, you walk wall to wall. Start your treadmill. Jump on your bike. Let's get this party started right. Yeah, y'all, yeah, this is our long walk. I took my warm-up jacket off too soon. I sure do hope I work up a sweat. Gonna have to work faster than this. Ooh. Either something wrong with my glasses or something wrong with that camera. I wiped off the other camera. Sorry, Facebook. My bad, homies. Let me do my glasses because it could be that too. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Hit the bell, y'all, so y'all know when I'm coming on. Because spring is in the air, honey. I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, ready for the walk. Hold on, y'all. Okay. We're all set now. As set as we can be. But, no. Something going on. Keep going, y'all. But something's going on this side of the track. Cameras would be nice. And then all I have to do is, like come in and start the walk. That would be so lovely. Hold on. Gotta get back on. Here we go. Hey, all better now. All right. Hey, y'all. Oh, okay, wait. Belly button to the spinal cord and sit on the hunches. Is this the hunches? Or is this part the hunches? What they call a hunch? Because I find my body is going back further, but it's comfortable on the hunches. Anyway, thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. 35-minute walk, 20 minutes, excuse me, 15, and then 5-minute hand weight exercises, and then we shake 6 numbers. So Tamika could tell us. I think we only got a few more shakes to go for the month of March. And then we go into anatomy. It'll be in the morning. But Tamika has these cards that I used to see her on Facebook advertise, which she uses to teach her children anatomy. So as I was like, maybe I'll get a shirt with the anatomy on it. I can point. And then I was like, oh, Tamika has those cards. Yeah. Maybe if you find out more about your body and what it does, then you can love it more. Then you can love the specifics, organs. And I just want to try it because I do. I kiss my heart and my brain. Yep. Rub down the old kidney. Thank the cold kidney. Oh, this whole reproductive system, love it. Love it like clockwork. This human experience, like clockwork. Oh, it never turned against me. So I think if we learn it, then you can learn to love it. And the thing with your body, when you love your body loves you back. Now, if you love somebody, they might not necessarily love you back. But if you love your body, it will love you back. So, get that out the way. Now, the title we was talking about is what the cults don't teach you. And that's why I probably picked April for the anatomy loving. Because, like I said, I didn't know until I went to my grandmother's church in Charleston, South Carolina, that just my being a woman was a horrible sin. Degradation to man. It made me uncontrollable. It made me have to be controlled by men. I didn't know that. Found that out when I went down south. So, it doesn't lead to you loving yourself when you are told every day, and sometimes a couple times a week, when you sit your ass in that pulpit, that basically, as a woman, you're a rebel. You're told that you're told that you came from a man's rib, and thus being, you are as significant as one rib. Now, I don't remember where I heard it, but I remember hearing, you can, like if your rib break or if you lose, I know what it was. Someone had rumored that Janet Jackson got her waist small by having a rib removed. And I was like, that can't possibly be true. You need all your ribs. And they said, no, you don't need all your ribs. So, then I was like, whoa. Maybe I was sitting down there when I was in that, whoa. I'm a rib and you don't even need that. Well, the way they was knocking around them women, listen. These African American women was looking rough back in the 50s, 60s, and part of the 70s. I can tell you, growing up through the 60s, a man can just walk up and start wailing on a woman. If the other men don't chime in or the women get together and pull him off, that is nothing. Yeah. To be sitting at the table and to have a woman say something and the man come over and punch it from the table, that was, how can I say it? A few times, I think when I was younger, you'd be shocked, but after a while, you see so many years, you say, oh boy, I saw that was coming. Then you see how he balled with his fist? You knew it was coming through. So you start watching the action. But I learned because that's what the cults teach them. What they don't teach them is love. To love a woman. Now, the Pope just said that Eve didn't make Adam bite the apple, and so she's not responsible for all the destruction in the world, but Pope, that ain't do nothing. These are cults. That's part of their controlling story. They're not giving that up. How can they really punch, kick, and unlife their women folks if they stop believing that they're the problems for the trouble of the world? It doesn't fit. You can't kick them and beat them and drag them no more. If you put that to effect, the man's anger goes away. So, But they don't teach you love. They didn't, I don't think I heard anything about love other than to love Jesus. God, that's the only one, that's the only love. They didn't say love your mother, love your father. They said obey your mother, obey your father. They didn't say anything about loving kids. Obey your mother, obey your father. They talk about that Abraham guy whose deity told him to unlife his son, and he went all the way to putting the boy on the altar. Can you imagine how traumatized that child was? All the way to the altar. And then finally, his deity said, don't do it. And then he didn't do it. And then it's a fine and wonderful story. It's a threat. It's a threat. It's saying, this is what I will do to you if you're not obedient. And they used to throw it out to you. You saw what Abraham did. Maybe this deity won't be here to stop me. So, it's a threat. Oh, these vile, vile, vile cults. Ugh. So, I was also taught there to never let the right hand know what the left hand was doing. So this kind of puzzled me. They said it somewhere in the Bible. It kind of puzzled me because at the time I was taking piano lessons. And I was learning to read notes for my right hand, notes for my left hand. And together, they made beautiful music. So I would sit there and I was like, the brain tells the right hand and the left hand what to do. What do you mean don't let... So, then they take it into, always go back to this. Whew, the devil. The devil. See, that's why you don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. Because one hand is the devil. And then if you let it know what you're doing, it'll mess up everything. The bullshit is great. So, yeah, I'm having this right knee. As long as I make sure I'm on my hunches and my belly button is to my spine, my knee is fine. The minute I forget and this top weight comes down on this, bam. So, we're working on squeezing our belly button all the way back to our spine and literally sitting on my hunches, like this upper part just is held here. This holds this upper part, and that way I don't get the weight on my legs. Now I ain't no USDA stamped a hypocritical oath doctor. I'm just telling you what I'm doing with me. So, I couldn't understand why they were saying that. And then, also, never let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. It divides you against yourself. It's to divide the self. And I'm sitting there thinking, why do both these hands are playing piano? What are you talking about? But all of it has nothing to do with self-love, loving yourself. It makes you the enemy. Like heart attack. Why would your heart attack you? It was beaten when I didn't even know. Why is it now attacking you? Bullshit. Everything wears down. And if you don't put the right things in anything, it ain't gonna run. It ain't attacking you. You just ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. It's all to divide the self against the self. And it's horrible. And you wonder why you can't love. I can't find love. This is all love. All of this is love. Eyes open in the morning for you. Mouth swallows for you. Legs move for you. Heart beats for you. But they turn you against your first love, which is yourself. They tell you to love some man that you ain't even ever met. That lived so long ago. Who's so violent. They unlife people for him all the time. And they unlife women because of him all the time. Their moments have gone so far. Marriage forever. Then they unlife their wife. But they ain't worried. They do their little 7-year in prison, get out and get married again. Unlife their wife. In their head, because of their cult and their call of God, that's 2 women waiting for them in heaven or whatever planet they're on. And the women are down for it. They're down for it. Well, he's a God. Well, he racking up wives in heaven. And why do the wives go? Because of cults. They are told, again, not to love yourself. Because a man is supposed to love you. A man is supposed to love you. You're not supposed to love yourself. I'm telling you. Even when I went to holiness, they still did not talk about loving yourself. You are so insignificant. But you take your kids and you sit them in that pulpit or their pews and watch them pedophiles in the pulpit jump and dance around and call your child insignificant. Now, on days where they was really pushing their deity, they would say, you don't have to listen to your mother and father. Listen to the deity. Your mother may go away, your father may go away, but that deity is going to be there. And that's who you love. That's who you listen to. And I was like, what? She said I'm supposed to listen to her. But you said I'm not supposed to listen to her. You said she has no power over me or has no ability to do anything for me. Only the deity. But she says depend and trust on her. But you said don't depend on trusting her. When I sit in the pulpit, you said nobody is stronger than your deity. And some Sundays, when they really went at it hard about how you ain't got to listen to nobody but their deity, we would get home from the cult and didn't you? You leave the church and the devil comes in and you came home. And it was like, no, you had to sit there and listen 2 hours to him saying, don't pay you no attention, you ain't got no power. You can't do nothing. That if I want something done, I'm supposed to get on my knees and pray to the deity, not you. I just couldn't understand it. So that's why I didn't put my daughter through that. No. You're not going to cancel me out as a mother to my daughter, and you're not going to cancel me out as a woman. But y'all just take y'all kids and dump their little asses right in those pulpits to hear that poison. Who y'all? Let's get some music. I'm sweating. I'm walking, y'all. Trying to save my feet and too hard. Yeah, I said I walk, y'all. Trying to stay ahead of sugar. If I stop walking, y'all, I got hot. Yeah. Come on, me. And save your feet and toes. Yeah. Ooh, went down the wrong thing. Come on with me. Save your feet and toes. And I used to want to say to my grandmother, what? You wake us up every day and tell us how this deity is more important than you, but then you get mad at us when we don't think you're important. You just taught us that you have no importance. As they say, Dave, make it make sense. Y'all, them cults, they don't teach you to love yourself. They even teach you that your children are expendable. You don't even know that. I remember how every Sunday, old Nasty Bar, they call him Reverend Bar, but I would call him Pedophile Bar. He'd have us all, suffer little children to come unto me. And then he'd get down on his little nasty knee. And the kids would come and he touching all on them. And then you think to yourself, the kids are saying, yes, I can come to you. You are more important than my mother and father. You are more important than anything. Then you get home. And they're like, do so-and-so. And you're like, you go Reverend Bar? Because he said, he has more control over me than you. You made me sit there and listen to the bullshit. I was a teenager then. I'm talking about the younger kids who used to go up. I had to go up once or twice when I first entered the cults. And it was skeevy, him touching me. Teens and children know. They know when an adult touches them. And it's skeevy. Your skin crawls. You don't know why, because you're too young, you ain't put it together. But if you stay long enough, you'll find out. Oh. So they don't teach you to love your parents. They teach you that your parents are insignificant compared to the deity. Do you know how happy I am that the law came in and started saving those little Jehovah's Witness kids? Do you know how happy I am that when they don't take their little kids to the hospital, their asses is thrown in jail? Do you know how happy I am? The cults ain't teaching you to love your kids. Ain't that something? But the penal colony. Make it make sense, honey. Whew. Do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate. Make it make sense. I carried my daughter on the back in a snowstorm because I couldn't break her fever. To Kings County Emergency Room. And I lived far away from there. But it was snowing. There was no transportation. There was no cab. Nobody was coming out. And I had been spending the whole day trying to break that fever and watching the snow come down. And then it got too much. And I just bundled myself. I figured maybe the cold would break the fever or something. I threw her on my back and we made it. And of course they kept us all night. So by the time the morning came, we could jump on the bus and get back home. You think I'm gonna let somebody tell me, don't say my child? Cults don't teach you to love your kids. They teach you that they're a burden. They teach you that they're born out of sin. Now there was something, the Madeline soda. Little girl, a mother and boyfriend. I've seen her mother Jennifer so many times. I've met her at work. I've met her at events. I've met her at programs. I've met her. The child was nothing but a manipulative tool to get a man. I feel. She had Madeline, they say, and I don't know what they said, her birthday is March. And Madeline's father married somebody else. A couple months later. I've met women like that. They have men who were in a relationship, serious relationship, engaged, and they meet him and they say, oh, I know how to make him my man. And of course, he's a man, he thinks with his thing. So, she got pregnant. But she didn't realize it wasn't going to change his plans to marry his fiancée. So, poor Lamel was just, what did I used to call that? Women who get pregnant so they can keep a man. But it's a shorter title. But I've met them all my life. And the kid is nothing to them but a means to get the man. And when they don't get the man and they're stuck with the kid, you hear what I said, stuck with the kid. Now they still got to find a man. They got the kid and not the man. They thought the kid would get the man. So then they find another man. And the man is in love with the kid. And we know how that Madeline Soto story goes. I've met so many of her mother, Jennifer. I've met them. They're so happy to have a man in their life. And they can take him to family events, and they're not alone, and he's there with them, and he's good to my child, and he's good to my aunts, and he's good to the dogs, the parrots, the snakes, the rats, the roaches. And then he does something to the child. And you say, oh, the mother is so mad at the man for doing something to the child. I can tell you right now, she is not. She is mad at the child. because now she's going to lose her man. I met them. I had to do everything I could to stop from spitting on them. But I met them. I felt sorry for the kid. So, a lot of people knew what was coming. But as I said, I met a lot of Jennifer Sotos, like Madeline's mother. And you really can't tell them anything. They know everything. They know how to speak so clearly. They know how to back you up and shut you up. And the whole time you're trying to say, girl, Molly, you in danger. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I done seen this so many times. I remember with one girl, my sister's, she called her sister, but she got a good man, fine man, tall man, and she was living in a nice apartment her mother left her. She had her own car. This fine, good man wanted her. And he loved her daughter too. And the whole time, I never got to meet him. As they say, I am judgmental. When it came to kids and like my nieces and nephews, yeah, they're right. Because I'll cut a biatch. Yeah, I would. You mess with them, but then they got old enough to say, fuck you, so. Everybody on their own. But yeah. Yeah. I met so many of them. And then after they get the child without the man, the child is somewhat a burden, somewhat good because they attract men. And you can't tell her nothing. You can't warn her. You can't tell her all the red flags that you see. You can't even tell her that it's so apparent you can sniff it in the air. The taste is on your tongue, all glued on your teeth. But you can't tell them. And I looked and I said, that is a good Catholic mother. So then, when I said that, I said, well, basically, they're raised to give their children to these priest pedophiles. So, because the man is all powerful and respected and stuff like that, and you gotta have a man, so whatever you do to keep a man, and then your kids don't mean nothing, and then you give them over to the priest with pedophile, and then I stopped, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Cult didn't teach you to love a child, to protect a child, like a mother lion. You know, every time me and Dave was thick for 2 years. Then I started dating. And do you know, no, that was a lot of years because she was in school. Every time I finally be able to get a date, nice dinner, go somewhere, somebody that I already done threatened. Put your hands on my daughter and I'll unlife you. And then date one got through. So I'm going on a date finally. And I get a note from school. I've told y'all this before. Something. Leslie needs attention. and I read the note. And I'm like, well, what were you doing? She learned not to say that. To answer me like this. I ain't do nothing, it was her. I said, okay. I said, this weekend, we was going to go to the park and do stuff. I said, you're going to stay home and you're going to be with me. And I'm going to give you all attention all weekend. We're going to eat together. We're going to together. And then I had to pick up the phone and call my date and say, I have to cancel this weekend. I don't have to tell them why. No. And the weekend came, and I said, wake up. Come on, sit at the table, we have breakfast. We talk. She put her plate down. She said, oh, I would go look at cartoons. I said, no. Teacher said that you need my attention. I thought I was giving it to you, but apparently you need more than I was giving you. Come sit here and talk to me. So she came back and flopped down in the chair, and we talked. Then we did the dishes, we did the laundry, folded up the clothes, all those things. And every time she tried to get away, I said, no. Nope, I done canceled my date and everything. Because you need attention. I said, no. Come back here. What you want to talk about? You want to get your book and read? I never got another letter home saying that my daughter was acting out for attention. That date didn't mean nothing to me. Nada. It meant nada to me. Nothing. That she needed attention, she acting out in school, well, that needed all my attention, and I squashed that in a weekend for the rest of her life. I'm going to go outside and play with your friend. No, you don't. Your teacher says you need attention. I'm a crochet. You can sit next to me. We can talk. You want me to do your hair? You want to scratch the dandruff out my hair? She hated that. Never got a note home again. Because I prioritized my daughter. It's like, listen, when she's gone, that's her life. Then you get on. You go with yours, but you got to make sure that she all right with her. That you did that. You brought her here. I didn't do it to catch a man. I just did it to bring someone that I can love to the earth. And I did. I wanted someone who liked the things I liked, going to places that I go. She's a big sci-fi fan now. She could tell you for every birthday she had, because it was after Christmas, we went to see Star Trek, Enemy Mine, any sci-fi, but mostly all the Star Treks would come out around Christmas time, which was her birthday. I should say Kwanzaa time, which is her birthday. And that's what we saw. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, on my hunches. See, is it always like that? Is my hands rogue? These pinkies. Oh, you rogue. So, you sitting those poop on them pews. And you list your children as nothing. And what the cults don't teach you is love of self. And through love of self, everyone else gets love. All the familiars that are around you get love when you love yourself. Squeeze your gut. I'm on my haunches. Okay. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Whew. When you don't give it too much swing, you feel it in here. Squeeze good. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. You know what came to my head when I'm doing the weights recently? Maybe it's a vibe. All the trainers that I was with when I was doing this exercise, they would always come up behind me and like hold my elbow. So I would only do like this. You know? I love trainers. They keep you healthy. Okay, here we go for the shake. But I can tell you, a few trainers I was like, listen, you ain't gonna break me. I'm old. Let me turn off this machine and hide my kitchen at the same time. I used to tell them, you ain't gonna break me. My body ain't used to doing all them torturous things. But they didn't listen. Oh! I didn't do the tape, y'all. Hold on. Get some water, keep working out, or whatever the thing is you're doing. I knew I had a lot of time for something. I kept saying, I got time. Why did I come down so early? I got time. Why did I come down so early? I kept saying, I got time. I came down early to do this, and I didn't do it. I need it like this so when I take the picture to send it to Jamaica. On your hunches, on your hunches. Squeeze good. Hey, my knee did good. My knee did really good once I took this upper weight off of it. Really good. Okay, this is 6. Okay. Here we are. Yeah! On my haunches. Sitting like this, like perfectly. Holding all this upper body weight so I won't be on my knees. Man, the human body is a wonderful mechanism. Y'all know I love mine. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Here we go. 46. 46. 46. Okay, I'm trying to get the tape right for the pictures, y'all. 46. 46. All right. A repeater. 59. I went to 159. PS 159. East New York, Brooklyn. I wonder if it's still there. Probably so. Whew. Let's see. Another repeater. 1. The number 1. Okay. Alright. Are they like driving home the point? I gotta wait till what Tamika said. But are they trying to say to me? Let me see. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Sorry, little number. I gotta make you another one. Boy, did I bore you up tight. My goodness. What could you be? That I balled up so tight. 37, y'all. 37. The balled up 37. Whew. Okay. That was 37. $26. I don't know, I'm getting a good feeling about these numbers. 26, that's my, the date of my birth. The day of my birth. The date of the day of my birth. Alright, here we go. Last one. And then I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Y'all probably want to jump in showers and do all kind of stuff. Nice and sweaty after a workout. Hey, the number 6. I can see the 3s. Number 6. So, I'll shape numbers tonight that I gotta send over to Tamika. Is 46, 59, 1, 37, 26, and 6. I feel there's a good, powerful message in that. Hey, thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to exercise. Y'all hit the bell so y'all know when I'm on. And tomorrow is our short walk, and we'll hear what Tamika says. Thanks for coming on the walk. Have a good evening.